Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about an incoming market crash that is likely happening here in the next couple days in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM with the launch of Season 8 for a few different reasons that I will get into in this video. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 12,000 subscriber mark, 13,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if you all do subscribe as we finish strong here in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM over the last couple months of the game. Before so with that being said, obviously, as y'all can see, Season 7 is very nearly over, and we'll be restarting tomorrow. When y'all are seeing this video, we will have Season 8 on Friday. And with Season 8, and I did a video on this yesterday covering the blog, but we are going to be getting free end-game cards, lots of free invincible cards. We're going to have mode-specific invincible rewards, in addition to a free in-game Steph Curry at level 1, more invincible cards, or at least one more invincible card in the level-up process, and a level 40 end-game Joel Embiid. We're going to be seeing a lot of free invincible and end-game cards as mode-specific rewards and level-up rewards for Season 8, which means that these invincible cards that are in the auction house are going to inherently lose value because they're going to be free options that are comparable to them. So a guy like Evan Mobley, who is an amazing card, by the way, I'm not kidding, if I can get this card for 150k right now, I'm literally going to do it because he is that good, and I've been trying to get this card for 150k for a couple days, and if I'm able to get him for 146k, I would be hyped. Y'all just saw me buy a power forward, by the way. I just spent 150k on Evan Mobley. While I wouldn't recommend generally doing that, I've been trying to get this card for a couple days because I want to use them in unlimited, but that's beside the point. We just totally lost track of what we were doing in this video. But point being, this is the team that I'm rocking with right now. As y'all can see, when we look at the auctionable cards on my team, we have Luka Doncic, my favorite player, Evan Mobley, one of the best not budget, but value cards in the game, two locked in game cards, KD and then Wemby is the best card in the game. These guys will be either the best card in their position potentially for the rest of the year, at least top couple with KD, and the definite best card in his position for the rest of the year in Wemby. We got Mark Eaton, who's a pretty budget center. Yao Ming isn't crazy expensive anymore, neither is Taco. And then we have budget cards in Karl Malone, Andre Kirilenko, Amin Thompson, and Hedo Turkoglu. So a very budget lineup with a couple of slightly more expensive cards here and there, but I also have a pretty good chunk of MT left over with which to work with. For me personally, though, I would recommend running as many budget cards as possible. Like if Luka wasn't my favorite player, I would sell him right now, and I would run Hedo and Amin Thompson as my point guards. I just think running budget cards right now is the way to go, and selling most of your value cards is really a good idea right now because of the fact we're getting so many invincible and in-game cards for free over the next couple days. And in addition to the fact that the packs are going to be crazy, man. I mean, the first couple weeks of these last couple weeks of packs have been crazy. Like, obviously the next set was insane. And here's the thing, we're getting to the point now where we're getting all galaxy or all dark matter sets, which means we're getting a lot more dark matter, elite level, near invincible type budget cards as well, because the base cards that are coming out now have 40 Hall of Fame badges, even just the basic dark matter cards. And I think that's an important distinction to make. For example, Asar Thompson, amazing budget shooting guard. Amin Thompson, top 5 point guard in the game for sure. I think he's higher than that. Guy like Keontae George, Jarris Walker, not incredible. Grady Dick's a really solid card. Cam Whitmore's not bad. Anthony Black, really good budget point guard. Ksemba also is elite, but he's a little small. Brandon Miller, really good 6'9" shooting guard, another great option. Even the regular Wemby, not the Invincibles, elite level power forward center card. And then some of these Invincibles, not so much, but like, as y'all can see, this was an amazing drop, and we got some top end cards. We got Wemby, who's the best card in the game. We got Cade Cunningham, who's really good. Evan Mobley, who's elite. Walker Kessler, Jalen Williams, Jabari Smith, all pretty solid, and an in-game Paulo. We got an incredibly stacked, souped drop last week, and the week before that, we also got an amazing drop. We got what, the Encore packs, which had Dark Matter KD, and those packs were looking at like something like this. We had KD, Invincible Russ, Invincible KP, Invincible Tatum, Invincible Kawhi, 4 Invincibles and an in-game, in addition to a bunch of elite budget cards like Rudy Gay, Mark Eaton, Karl Malone, Scotty Barnes, etc. Lots and lots of depth and elite cards in these drops that we're getting. And we haven't seen an end-game LeBron yet. We haven't seen an end-game Taco Fall or Yao Ming or potentially Bol or... I mean, there's a lot of really great players and guys that we're going to be getting, Tracy McGrady, etc., that we're going to be getting over these next few weeks. Would not surprise me to see an in-game Giannis at some point and an in-game LeBron at some point that can play the point guard position. Like, we're going to be getting tons and tons of elite level, super stacked cards over these next few weeks in Season 8, and that will probably continue and start tomorrow. We'll probably get at least one in-game, maybe even 2 2 in-game cards tomorrow. We'll definitely get 1, but we might even get 2 in-game cards tomorrow in the Friday drop, in addition to a lot of other cards, and that is just going to result in prices dropping. Plain and simple. Cards are already semi-cheap. Like Paulo Banchero, the reason he's this cheap is because he's 6'10" at small forward, and because we have Wemby. KD, I don't know exactly how much he is, but I know he's not crazy expensive either. These guys don't have insane value right now. They're not crazy expensive, but their values are going to drop to the point where they're all going to be buyouts. Like, I think a lot of these cards are going to be buyouts on Friday. I wouldn't even be surprised if Paulo is a buyout on Friday. I don't think that's an insane thing to say, but that just goes to show how much things are dropping in the auction house and how much things are going to continue to drop in the auction house. So if you have cards right now that have value because of how many free invincibles and end games and things like that we're going to be getting, as well as incredibly stacked souped cards that we're going to be getting in the auction house over the next few weeks, if you have cards of value right now, I recommend selling them because you can buy them back in a couple days for much cheaper. You can use that MT to buy the newer, better version of a card who will also be super cheap, because we're going to continue to get elite level budget, quote unquote, Dark Matters, like we got Mark Eaton and Rudy Gay and Scotty Barnes a couple weeks ago, like we got guys like Amin Thompson and Brandon Miller and Anthony Black last week. We're going to continue to get these elite level budget cards every single week for the rest of this year, as well as amazing top end invincible and in-game cards. And for that reason, I think now is the perfect time to definitely sell everything that you still have that has a lot of value, because of the fact that all these things are going to wind up being so cheap here in a couple days. I mean, we're already at the point where cards are getting to the point where being very, very cheap. I think it's going to hit a new level here in the next couple days. My Mark Eaton has 41 Hall of Fames. I added some extra hops to him myself, but he's like less than 50k MT right now. The card is cheap. He is super affordable. Yao, who has been one of the best cards in the game, obviously for months, should never have come out in the first place. Yao is still pretty expensive, but I don't expect him to be this much. And he's less than 100,000 in T now. Like, cards are definitely dropping in price, but it's going to get kind of ridiculous, I think, over these next few days in terms of how much cards are going to drop, especially if we see a Yao or a Taco or a point guard LeBron or a point guard Giannis or a point guard Ben Simmons. Any of those types of cards on Friday would absolutely just destroy the auction house, I would say, and make everything just completely lose value, because things are already losing value. So if you have cards of value right now, I'm not going to say it again, now is the time to sell them, because I think for the rest of the year, unless it is one of the top 2 or 3 cards at every position in the game, you're pretty much going to be able to get damn near everyone for a buyout for the rest of the year at this point. So if you still have cards of value, they probably won't here in a week or 2, or even potentially in a few days, depending on how ridiculous the drop that we get on Friday is. But with that being said, that's all I wanted to say today. I just wanted to come to y'all. I know I don't do a ton of these market crash videos. I know people like Evan do a lot of market crash videos. I don't like to get them out to y'all too much, although maybe I should do more of them, but this is definitely a time to sell your cards because of the fact that it's about to get pretty crazy here in season 8. But like I said, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope y'all did enjoy. Hope y'all are as excited for season 8 as I am, because season 7 was a huge W. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.